Hello, Capricorn. How are you? Welcome to the end of the week for both of us. So I guess, I don't know, I just do these whenever. But it is, I don't know. The calendar says Sunday is the beginning of the week. It still confuses me. But anyways, it's been an interesting week for me. I hope you guys are doing really well. So this is your general reading. It's literally a general. There's 11 cards in this spread. And I'm going to start with Return of Spirit Oracle deck to get the overall energy of the reading for you. And then we're going to look into so many different aspects of your journey, your energy, what's going on for you, strengths, weaknesses, past, future, potential outcome, advice card, all those things. Yeah, and then we're going to clarify everything. And I do. I thought I would share it here. I don't know. I feel like a kinship. This is like the end of the week. This is where we do the chat. I should maybe just make a video at the end of the week where I just chat about all the stuff going on. But Capricorn, you're so patient. Like, most of you are. I very rarely get like, when is this video going to start? When are you going to pull cards? You know, do you show up to someone's house if they've invited you for dinner and you're like, oh, when are you serving this? I'm waiting. There's the door. Don't let it hit you in the ass on the way out. So anyways, Capricorn, yeah, hey, welcome to my space. I do apologize if you hear because the washing machine is going. There it is. It's going and it's right above us. So anyways, but I do have a new home that I'm going to, so I'm very excited about that. I'm actually really excited because this house is falling apart. I don't really know what's going on, but you know, I thought about it. I need to, and I took some of the advice from comments. You know, Cindy, you need to thank the house. So I did. I thanked this house for the space that it gave me, the shelter, the security, the peace, the healing, everything that it gave me, and hopefully it's not going to feel so bad about me leaving now, because it was throwing a bit of a hissy fit. That's the only way I can explain it. Apparently the furnace in this house is pretty new. It was installed in 2019, so don't know why it stopped working the last couple of days. But I would wake up to a house that was, well, I can't convert it very quickly in my head, but it's set to Fahrenheit on this thermostat. So I would wake up to 65 degrees, but the house is typically sitting at 72. Anyway, so then I had friends bring over heaters, trying to get the damn thing to work, and phoning the owner of the house, and he coming over, and I don't know. The only thing I can think of with the heater is we're doing something. Because this time yesterday, I had no power to at least half the house. Outlet's not working, light fixture's not working, and the furnace not working. And when it's minus 10 outside, Celsius, that's not looking good. So you can't live in a house with no heat, although it does have a gas fireplace. So, worst case scenario, my son and I and Lily, the little dog, we could have like curled up all together on the leather couch from the fireplace, but yeah, it's just been like crazy. This house has just been serving up a hissy fit. So I think it's okay now. I did have a little talk with it this morning. I think it's okay now. So yeah, I'm really excited about the new place even more than what's before. So my new space, I'm trying to think, what is this? This is Sunday. I'm actually releasing this the day I record it. January the 24th. Oh my God. It's been a full month since Christmas Eve. How crazy is that? So, a week tomorrow I get possession of the place, and then I have a week before the movers come. So I'm giving myself some time to clean it and move stuff. I hate packing. So I'm only packing what I need to pack. The house is 2 kilometers away from where I am right now. And I have a week before the movers come. So I'm just going to put stuff in my car and make trips back and forth. This seems a lot easier than like wrapping things up and putting them in. I mean, I have been doing some of that, obviously. There's just some things it's easier to do that with. But yeah, so doing that, that's my plan. And then after the movers come and take like all the big furniture, I have 4 full days until I give possession of this house up, until all the utilities come out of my name and whatnot. So then I still have like 4 more days after the official move to get things out of here. And I want to leave the house clean. I received it clean, so I want to leave it clean as well. And then, so I'm babbling through this. I know someone's going to put in the comments, when is she going to start pulling cards? I don't know. Maybe I'll figure that out. I'll put a little timestamp in there for you. Just so patient. So, how many more? I don't know. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Gosh, the way I'm doing readings, like, this could be the last time we're sitting in here together. But maybe not. I don't know. I tell you, as soon as I get into the other place, I might move my desk over there, too. It's a 3rd floor loft. Now, shout out to my Capricorn real estate agent, Ellen. She helped me find the place. She helped me negotiate. Crazy. The real estate market, renting, buying, leasing, whatever you're trying to do right now, it's crazy. She helped me, and we found it, and we're both excited for me to be doing my readings up on the 3rd floor loft. So it's completely isolated from the rest of the house. Well, no, you take stairs to get to it. It's not like it's, locked up in a tower. I'm gonna put myself up in the tower. So it's a 3rd floor. So like it's up about 30 feet, which is really cool. And it has a door, like a single door with quite a bit of glass in it. Yeah, mostly glass. And like a Juliet balcony, you can just kind of step outside. But the thing is, I'm gonna put my desk in front of it. So when I do the readings going to the new place, I'm literally looking at nothing but just the tops of roofs and sky. Like I'm gonna say I'm above everything. I will be like physically sitting above everything doing the readings there. So that's kind of exciting. And it is like, there's no bedrooms beside it. All the bedrooms are like 1 floor lower than that. So I don't have to worry if my son is online school. Although, I don't know, they're saying the 10th of February, I think, is when they go back, which is kind of weird. Why do you do that in the middle of the week? I don't know. I don't know. There's probably some reason for it. But so if I officially move on the 8th, I don't know. I don't know what to expect in the world anymore. I just see what's happening. So regardless, I should have, though there's no door. Well, yeah. You can't have everything. There's a bathroom up there too. So it could be like my little lair. I might just live up there. So yeah. So Ellen helped me find my place. And she's going to get me the keys a week tomorrow. February the 1st. And that's what's going on. So yeah. I don't think I have anything else. That's about it. Internet's been pretty shoddy. Although, I think it has to do with everyone being home again. Because I just uploaded Sagittarius and it was super fast. So, I don't know. I can't think of anything. What do you guys got? Tell me what's going on with your life. Tell me. See, maybe I should do. The end of the week, I should do like a live reading and tell you guys what kind of shit's going on in my life, and you can tell me what kind of shit's going on in your life. And oh, we had a book club meeting. My book club, we had our meeting. We do it virtually, obviously. And we talked about, it was a really good book. I mentioned it on here. I don't remember which sign. The Tattooist of Auschwitz. So that was the book that we were discussing. It was an amazing book. But we didn't talk about it much. You know who did most of the talking? I did. Because I have so much to talk about. Like, nobody has anything to talk about. Everybody's at home. What did you do today? Nothing. So I have so much stuff to talk about because I went and saw so many houses. This one is going crazy. I had to go and get boxes. I had to do porch pickup. I got a new cell phone. I had to go and wait and get that. And I have just been living life like nobody else right now. I don't know if it's been that exciting enough. So yeah, so that was kind of funny because usually we ended up having our book club meeting. I think it was oh, wait a second. I can count here. It started at 7. Yeah, it was 2.5 hours. Almost 2.5 hours. And lately, usually, it's anywhere from 45 minutes to that. Because we talk about the book and then we have nothing to talk about. Like nothing. So, yeah, I think I got to service the entertainment for book club meeting. And that's it. So I'm hoping the next time that we have nothing to talk, or at least not me. I can listen to other people's fascinating stories. I want to be cozy and snuggly bug in my new place up on my 3rd floor loft doing readings. Oh yeah, I'm going to make it. I've got all sorts of ideas. Of course, it's nothing open to buy anything, so. All right, let's get started. Anyone want to timestamp this? I'm officially starting Cabbage Corn's reading right now. Your general reading. I'm starting with, write it all down, Cindy, and you don't have to voice it all. Probably true. Return of Spirit Oracle deck. What is the overall energy of your reading? It's just such a different energy from Sagittarius. I always feel like when I feel like that in one of the readings, I have so much sympathy towards the sign. I mean, we've all been there, all sorts of energies. We've all sat in so many. So it's just like, all right. Ooh, power. See? I feel a lot different here with you guys. That's your card. That's the overall energy of your reading. But you guys had some incredibly strong readings exiting 2020. So what y'all got going on for 2021, Capricorn? Power. I'm going to go right to the book and read it. Oops, didn't come out right. Power. The power card rules the 3rd chakra, the solar plexus chakra. This is where we experience our own sense of personal power. If you have drawn this card today, it is because Spirit is asking that you focus on your own sense of personal power and claim it. Have you been hiding from your power or afraid to own it? Have you been feeling powerless or fearing you aren't strong enough? It's time to focus on your solar plexus and start to build your sense of personal power. Sometimes there can be a drain from our solar plexus because we are, unintentionally corded to another person, most often in close relationships. Wow, this is interesting, actually. I'm going to say something in a minute. This energetic cord runs directly from our 3rd chakra and attaches to the other person. We unknowingly let others siphon off our power. This can happen if we are enabling or trying to please someone. It can also happen if we fear losing the love of that person or if we feel attacked in some way. It is time for you to look closely at why this has happened to you and to ask your guides and angels to assist you with cutting that cord. This card also comes if we are in fear of claiming our power, of standing tall and showing the world exactly who we are. Most often, we have had experiences in our early years where we personally witnessed the misuse of power or had someone attempt to diminish our own. That was in the past, though, and you know how power is not to be used. You also know that not claiming your own power does not serve you. It's time for you to claim you, to claim your life, and claim the fact that you are a powerful, incredible soul. This is a great, great card. I'm really kind of blown away here because I'm almost feeling polar opposites or the transition of this. So when I did the Sagittarius reading, they, what was the card that they, what's on the bottom here anyways? Wow, you have take flight. It's time to move. It's time to be birthed. It's time to be born. Oh, and I'm only saying it because caretaker. They had to look after themselves because almost like looking after others too much. And this is talking about a cord, like some sort of energetic, soul, emotional attachment here to someone else. And it might be benefiting that other person, but it's detrimental to you, at least at this point, and needing to claim that power back. Yeah, like take flight. Maybe you physically need to move away from something that is very unhealthy for you. Or it's a thought process. Maybe you need a 3rd floor loft, go up in the attic, push that insulation. Yeah, there's really something here. So I'm going to get more details. To do that, I'm going into the tarot. The, what is this called? Everyday Witches. See, my mind is completely different in this reading from Sagittarius. Everyday Witches Tarot. Gosh, I would almost, I mean, I don't, only if it resonates with you. The Sagittarius reading, well, especially if you happen to be dealing with something legal, it was just the energy of not quite getting to this point. Like, this is the, okay, now I need to cut this. I need to take flight. I need to give myself the freedom of some sort of separation. And whatever this is draining you. where I think that was almost like just kind of being made aware, like, hey, look at here, you need to look after you. You're giving way too much of yourself way over here, and you need to give some of that to you. I mean, what's the first thing they tell you when they're going through the safety and the emergency protocols on an airplane before it takes off? God forbid if those oxygen masks drop down, you put it on yourself. Even if you're with a child, you put it on yourself first, and then you put the mask on them. It's common sense, because how are you going to save the child if you're passed out? The child's going to panic, and they're going to figure, oh, like, if the child loses consciousness, put the mask on and they'll be okay. Like, yeah, you really have to look after you before you can look after anyone else. So let's pull out, this is a 11 card spread. We've already pulled out card number 1. Over that. Card number 1. I'm going to need time to look at these. There is a story being told. The cards are speaking. This deck really, it talks so much. I can't get over how much, I honestly got it is like a witch's tarot, because it's full of magic somehow. It talks and it talks. And the cards talk to each other. That's what's so fascinating. I might even edit, because I don't know. I always say I might do this and I don't do it, or I forget. It's just... I'm going to hold these up, and as I hold them up, I'll tell you what the card is, and I'll tell you what position it sits in, like what that signifies for this general reading. The Three of Wands, your mental, emotional state. Manifesting things to come in for you. This is a really great card. The Three of Wands, usually the person is just sitting there with their hand on a post or a wand, looking over the horizon, waiting for the ship to come in, waiting for your manifestation to come in, anticipating it, know something's coming in. This is like you're manifesting it. She is waving her wand and she is almost commanding it to happen. Like, really. I always like to say, though, when I come into Capricorn energy, well, not always, I don't always say it, but I often say it, is that this is the group that I feel the most sort of witchy warlock energy from. What you need to do to move forward, action you need to take. This is intriguing, especially after this power card. You have the Ten of Pentacles. Ah, there's somewhere you're sharing your energy that's not the right place to share it. But there's a place that is the right area for you to share it in. Your recent past, the most significant, this is intriguing. The Page of Wands. I find this intriguing because this card alone became the title for the reading I did for Gemini. Follow the Orange Kitty Cat. So this tells me you have, in the recent past, you followed some sort of guidance. Either things happened around you and you made a decision and it seemed pretty clear that this was the thing to do. Intuition. There was a breadcrumb trail, so to speak, and you kind of went with it. It was the path less traveled, I want to say. Because the cat's trying to get their attention. No, this way. Come this way. Trust me. So you trusted something here. You trusted something in your most recent past, and it's given you, this is like a new start because it's a page. So it's kind of starting from the beginning, and it's wands. So I want to say it's filled with curiosity. It's filled with like there's no huge expectation here. It's just kind of wonderment and excitement. But it's also based on the message a page. Pages, particularly wands, could be based on some sort of communication coming through. Again, how that communication came through to you can vary quite a bit. It could be a dream. It could be, it could have been verbally articulated to you. It literally could have been a little orange kitty cat. Come this way. Now, your immediate future. This is so interesting. Because I said how much this card reminded me of the transition. If the Sagittarius reading, like what I was feeling in that, the caretaker, like you're not looking after you. You're looking after someone else here or something else that's detrimental to you. This is almost like moving a step above that now. And the card that they had in their mental emotional state is the card that you got in your immediate future. And it came through very, very strongly as like some sort of court proceedings that they were going through. That's not necessarily what you have, but it's just interesting that this card is coming out. Like there's like 72 cards in it, is that right? 72 cards, I believe, in a tarot deck. And I know someone will correct me if I'm wrong. And here it sits in your immediate future. Something to be determined. Some sort of balance to come back into play where it hasn't existed. Some sort of conflict to be resolved, because these two little kitties are like, going at it. The black and the white kitty, the yin and the yang. You ever watch kittens fight? It's kind of funny. Watching cats fight, it's funny. Like domestic lazy fat ones that never go outside. Like it never gets bad. They just kind of stare at each other. It's like, it's funny. Okay. Your strength is the King of Swords. Gosh, the King of Swords came out as a clarifier for this in Sagittarius. Your strength. Like knowing the truth, being accurate here. There's something about accuracy and details. Very cut and dry. That's your strength right now. I gotta say too, like out of all the earth signs, well maybe it is too, because I think you guys are a cardinal sign too. And maybe that's why I'm Aries and I'm a cardinal sign. But you do... If I was going to pick another court card in the tarot, I mean, the King and Queen of Pentacles would be you. But if I was going to pick something else, I don't know. I feel like you guys can be pretty cut and dry. And I like that. Like you kind of know where you stand with a Capricorn. And this is that. That's your strength right now. You let people know exactly where you stand. No ifs, ands, buts, or whats. Yeah, that's... I feel that very Capricorn, and I kind of got that clarified this week. So my real estate agent, Ellen, she's a Capricorn, and I got connected with her through a friend who was actually someone who brought one of the heaters over to my house this week, and we were talking about Ellen. All nice, all good things, Ellen. But she said, "So how did it go? Did you get along with Ellen?" I was like, "Yeah, it was great. It was perfect, fine." And she's okay, that's good, because she says, people either things go well or not. Like you really, how do you? I'm thinking that sounds so much like my grandfather, and I said that's not Ellen's issue. That wasn't my grandfather's issue. That's people's issue with not feeling comfortable with knowing exactly where you stand with someone. I think that's genius, and I love it, and I'm getting that energy. Let people know exactly where you stand. Don't hesitate. Don't pull a punch. Well, you know, figuratively. Don't be punching anybody. Especially that thing I talked about with the cats. Don't be doing any of that. The pen is mightier than the sword. Now, the energy that surrounds and supports you right now, the Page of Cups. This is such a creative Page of Cups, painting a beautiful little picture. Creativity. New creative energy is very supportive of you right now. Look at the kitty. Okay, look at that. You see, remember? Okay, in your, what was this card? Your recent past. being drawn to do something different, being pulled down the trail. Look at the orange cat. Come on, come on. And now look, if you're sitting here, this is what's now surrounding and supporting you, or what will be very soon, is something very creative. And look at how the cat sits there and just not really asking you to go anywhere. Just enjoying the fact that you're in a place that the cat felt, this is going to be a great spot for you. You're going to love to do a painting down here. You just come down this trail, wait till you see what you see. It's literally like being led somewhere, somehow, to do something on some creative level. And now, there you are. There you sit in your creativity. And you don't care how messy it gets. You don't care how messy it gets. And the kitty's just almost like smiling. I guess, yeah, it would be hard for me to get that. You know what's funny? There's little kitty cat footprints. So the cat's spirit. Okay, to me the cat is like spirit, the universe, your guides. So the cat, because the cat is also engaged in this paint, the little footprints are on the foot of the person. And they go up the pant leg a little bit. This tells me whatever you're doing, A, Spirit has guided you to do it, and B, Spirit is participating in it with you. Not a lot, just enough, because most of the paint that I'm seeing all over the place is created by the person. It's just the two little paw prints. So just sort of maybe gets you going. There you go. Now, and then the kitty's going to watch, and then Spirit's going to kind of watch and see what you do with this creative energy. Energy that you are not aware of, surprise from the universe. Now the Ace of Wands. I think you're going into some really creative energy, Capricorn. And this is something different. There's a little black and white cat here. So almost another level. Look at, there's the paint palette, the paintbrush, and they're up near the top. And then there's a wand, which is right, it's the Ace of Wands. There's a map, there's a book, there's a feather or a quill for writing, and it's coming out of the fire. And there's music notes. So much creativity. So whatever you started is starting with, like, just, you know, sort of metaphorically, is starting with paintbrush and a canvas. So that's where it's starting. But where it's really going is a whole new beginning that goes beyond the painting. It goes beyond the first element of this creative approach, this creative endeavor that you've started. And you may even end up with a different guide at that time, because you have this little black and white cat now that's down there. And it's almost, whoa, where you go? This is big. Standing like with you to see what you can create. So you're going to create a lot more than what you kind of thought you were creating. It's going to go like into different avenues. If it starts off as a painting, well, you're going to write a book about the painting. The painting becomes a story. Whoa. It just reminded me of a song that I was listening to today. It's from Jewel. I love her because of story, because she's like a poet. She's really like a poet. And what's the song? You can go listen to it. It's a sad song, but it's beautiful. I always like that. So see, I got my new phone, so it's taking me a while to figure out where to find things here. It is, which one is this? Now, because this song really symbolizes what I'm doing. Oh my God, the song is called Painters. I realized it was called Painters. And this song is such an up and down emotional, and if you listen to the entire story and words of this song by Jewel, it could be a whole play. I remember listening to this. I was listening to it when I was finished my stretching when I worked out this morning. And it takes you up and down, like the beauty that these two people created. They painted their life together. They were actually artists. One was painting flowers, and they painted portraits of each other. It was so beautiful. But then the masculine, and I guess he was in the orchard, and I don't know, he had a massive heart attack or something. He was just dead. And so that was over. But the music and this whole thing, that's what I'm saying, like, you can take a song and it could become a Broadway musical. Like, whatever you're creating will expand into something so much more. And that's what that song by Jewel, Painters, that's, like, I immediately thought of that this morning. I thought, there's so much that goes on in this song. It could be a movie. Like, you could make an entire movie from this one song. You could make a Broadway play from this one song. And that's what this energy is. You're starting off with the one song, with the one piece of artwork. Here we go. This is my new creative endeavor. And maybe it's like a whole new idea at work or something. Like, it doesn't have to be art, so to speak, but art is really anything that we do with the creative self of us in any elements in life. And it's really going to grow like huge. Gemini, like a Gemini. You know what I wanted to say? I wanted to say Aquarius, and I shot it out of my head, and I was about to say Capricorn, and Gemini came out of my mouth like that. And it's interesting because, well, I'm going to show you. I'm not going to tell you where it sits yet, but you have the King and Queen of Swords sitting here on the table. And that's air energy. So it's also telling me that your thinking is going to become very, very clear. If we're talking about Aquarius and Gemini energy, and wherever that sits in your chart, wherever it sits in your house placements, whatever is sitting in your Gemini, which is a third house, and Aquarius, which is, well, Pisces would be 11th house. Let's not have me doing math and doing stuff like that on here. This is a different part of my brain. It's not ready right now. So you are really like almost this inventive. I'm really getting like inventive energy. Very, very inventive. You're going to be taking creative inspiration and ideas, starting with it and just expanding it. And perhaps it has something to do with humanity too, like some sort of humanitarian cause. Aquarius, Gemini, pretty cut and dry. I can see what's coming up here. So your weakness or what you need to work on is the Two of Wands. Oh, you know what I'm hearing here? The globe is too small. This person is holding this globe in their hand. And the first thing I heard when I looked at it, I thought, well, there's got to be something behind this. The first thing that came into my head was the globe is too small. So don't limit your idea. Don't hold it back. Perhaps imagine it as something bigger than what you're actually starting at, because I feel like that's where it's going to go. So that's your weakness here is, because don't just sit back and imagine how it can be. Be an active creator right now. Actively create for yourself. Because the Two of Wands is really just sort of that initial, maybe it's good stuff. What could it be? I don't know. Let's imagine what could possibly happen today. What your mental emotional state is beyond there, so don't hold yourself back, because it's the Three of Wands, which is a step up from that. So if you've been in a lot of this, the Two of Wands, like a period, because our thinking and our emotional state, if we're in it long enough, it can become a habit. So if, and I could see that wouldn't be difficult the last year, that a lot of people are sitting at home looking out wondering, well, maybe one day, this or that. No, one day is now for you, I'm hearing. One day is now for you to get something started that's going to grow and expand beyond any limitation that you could put on it. So don't put any limitation on it. Now, the potential outcome for you is the Knight of Pentacles. Because all the energy that we're really looking at here, outside of what you need to do to move forward, the Ten of Pentacles, there's no pentacle here. This is all about your mind, your clarity, your thinking. This is all about your passion and your drive. There's so much wand. Well, you do have the Page of Cups too, but that's coming through as a lot of like just beautiful, creative, intuitive exercises in expression. I feel, like that. So, this Knight of Pentacles, so now taking that, this is the potential outcome for you. Whatever you're imagining or planning or wanting to create, potentially here, if you allow this to flow, it's going to become real in the 3 dimension. You're not going to get a quick result, like it's not going to happen tomorrow, but it's going to be success, because the Knight of Pentacles always gets success because there is a plan. and it's strategic, and it's going slow enough to look for the signals and look for the signs. Do I need to adjust my course here? No, this is working really well. This has not been, that's not flowing. I'm going to put more energy over here now. So now the course goes along there. It's like, really, that's kind of what the success in that is. And look at, you can see that this person is prepared. So that's also part of it. Having the plan is being prepared. They have a little, like a pickaxe. No, an ice pick, a hammer, a little pouch, and then they have a duffel bag that the kitty sits on. Now this is a different cat again. The orange cat takes you on the path to this new endeavor. The new endeavor starts small. The black and white cat is with you when this endeavor starts to grow into many different possibilities. So almost like seeing the potential in this now, like me listening to that song by Jewel Painters and just thinking, wow. I mean, this song is a book. This song is a Broadway musical. This song is a play. You know, all the potential in that. And then having all the tools and all the preparedness to actually go forth three-dimensionally and start making it something. Start making it actually happen. And offering it to the world. That's what it is. You're looking at the world, wondering what the world has to offer to you. But it's actually what you have to offer to the world. Ah. So it's not so much that the globe was too small, the idea was too small. Whatever your idea is bigger. It's bigger than what you're thinking it can be. And it's not what the world can offer to you, but it's what you can offer to the world. And this is going to be big for you. It's very creative. Now, advice card, the Queen of Swords. This is where that Gemini energy comes in. There might be some shit you need to cut out here. There might be something that's not good for your energy. And it's a white cat. You know, I'm looking at all these cats. I need to get me a new cat. I know, I think Lily would be okay with the cat. My son and I have talked about that. I need to kind of have a stable home where I can't get kicked out anymore. Adding new pets to it. A white cat. If you think about the orange cat, like you think about the color orange and red, and even the page here, the page is wearing orange. Orange is a very uplifting color. I also think about like any redheads I've known, it can be pretty damn fiery. It's just, but very passionate, and it's suitable for it to be coming out in wand. So this orange cat has to do your guidance with passion. And then the black and white cat, this is like a yin and yang energy. Bringing maybe new ideas being offered to you by outside sources. Even if that's just inspiration, maybe people not even knowing what it is that you're working on, but you get inspiration through some sort of outside sources that think, wow, if I applied that to this would be really cool. Like something outside of you. But the white cat, this is different. Now her eyes are blue. And I only know this because I had a friend years and years ago who had a white cat with blue eyes and it was deaf. And if I remember, it's very common in white cats with blue eyes. Not all of them will, but I think it's some sort of a genetic hiccup there. They look blue. I think they're blue. So this is not so much about what you hear, but what you know. This is not so much about what you hear, but what you know. And she holds a sword in one hand, but she also holds the quill in the other. And the quill is over here. This is like a map. I felt that as soon as I put these cards down. That's why I said, I think I might have to edit the video and pause me, like just cut out me just staring at this. Because the Justice card has the white and black cat. And there's a black and white card here. But this cat is just white. The pen is mightier than the sword. And I did say that with the King of Swords. So how you cut things out has something to do with the written word. How you cut things out has something to do with the written word. And she has sealed scrolls beside her. Also, perhaps cutting out anyone, I want to say this, that could steal your ideas. I was watching another tarot reader. I don't want to name names because I don't want to give anyone any ideas either to take it, but he's masculine energy and I communicate with him back and forth sometimes. And he has an amazing idea, and I was watching him and I thought, man, don't say any more. Someone is gonna, it was really good. And I thought, oh, don't, like, so I'm kind of getting that, like, don't share it too much either. But there might be something you need to cut out. But the pen is mightier than the sword. If you need to cut something out, it might actually have to be in writing. The Seven of Swords is at the bottom. Interesting, because you have the Take Flight card. Get the heck out of Dodge. There's a black cat following her. The black cat looks like suspicious though. Both the King and Queen of Swords have the white cat on them. I need to spend hours looking at this deck. I feel like there's so many esoteric messages hidden in here. Alright, what the heck should we call? I'm going to go right to this Ten of Pentacles. What you need to do to move forward. What do you need to do with this Ten of Pentacles to move forward? What does Capricorn need to do with this Ten of Pentacles to move forward? My hair's driving bonkers today. Oh, the King of Swords. Who is this King of Swords for you? The Six of Swords, the Strength card, the Ten of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. So the Ten of Pentacles, it could be your home. It could be your work. It's definitely a place where groups of people reside. And this place is, it won't be the gas station. I mean, unless you all like to hang out there and have a good time. It's usually like where community would get together. Whether that community is your family, whether that community is like the community at large. I mean, it could even be a community center. It could be a church. It could be a place of business, a place of education or school. Like it could be a university. Or it could be your house. But it's not feeling like house because you have the Three of Pentacles, which is also about learning and collaborating. So going towards it, having the strength to go, it says having the strength to move towards your Ten of Cups to collaborate with the King of Swords. So that's it. Your strength is the King of Swords. So somebody here has something to offer. Your advice is really to be the Queen of Swords. And the King of Swords is coming out as something to move forward. But this is good because it's the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, it's happiness on top of happiness with whipped cream and a cherry. It's pretty good. But he doesn't look approachable. That's one thing I always want to say about this guy. Like, he just doesn't look approachable. But maybe if you're the king, the Queen of Swords is totally approachable. So, clear thinking. Let's go to him. This is your strength. I feel like it's not necessarily a state of mind or energy for you to be in. It's a person. So who is this King of Swords? What's up with this King of Swords for Capricorn? The Five of Wands, the Six of Cups, the Wheel, and the Nine of Swords. Jeez. Someone from your past, or a soulmate connection on some level here. There could be some sort of conflict or misunderstanding associated with this person. And the Wheel of Fortune trying to dispel anxiety, like the Nine of Swords. The King of Swords is someone who could be very, it's a professional, right? Someone, it could be a doctor, a lawyer, which is interesting because your immediate future is just, maybe as a lawyer. It's clear thinking. Academic, yeah, because there's a whole bunch of books. He's got a ton of books here. Holy cow, I never noticed that before. There's books all along the back, and then there's books all along the foreground and all over here too. And this person has scrolls everywhere. So you have 3 scrolls. You have 3 scrolls. This person has information that can benefit you. And it does feel like it's someone on some sort of a professional level is your strength. Let's go to the Justice card. I feel like this Justice card has something to do with the King of Swords. The Justice card for Capricorn. The Justice card for Capricorn. The Devil and the 5 of Pentacles. Well, there you are. But, I mean, it feels like some sort of a karmic tie, a karmic bond. And the 5 of Pentacles, releasing it perhaps, with the Justice card. It's so weird. There's a similar energy in here that Sagittarius had. Now, coming through with this King of Swords and the Justice card. So if there's something you want to release yourself from, there's a King of Swords here. How do you get to this person? Maybe just, I don't know, what you need to do to move forward. I could ask. But it feels like Spirit is guiding you on the path. So I don't know that it's going to be... Well, let's look at the advice. Let's look at your advice card. So I want to tell you there's at least 2 elements of life coming through here. I don't know that this King of Swords energy has something to do with the project that you may be inspired to start creating or working on. It might have something to do with helping empower you, free you from something else in your life that could, as a side effect, be negatively affecting your energy, which could affect your creative potential and ability. I definitely feel like there's 2 things here. The King of Swords might have something to offer to this creativity, but I don't know. It sort of feels like you're kind of doing this mostly on your own with Spirit. The advice card for Capricorn, the Queen of Swords, the 4 of Cups, told to pick that one, I'll pick it. That's the order. Wow, it's a lot of major arcana. It's the 4 of Cups, the Moon, the Chariot, and the Hierophant. The King of Swords is going to bring you some sort of clarity. That's all I can tell you. And right now, you may not have clarity about some other situation in your life that may have either felt like a missed opportunity or you've missed out on something, but you're not really clear about it. And creating movement forward into like a really deep, something really deep and a higher connection here, a higher commitment to at some level in something. I'm going to tell you, some of you, it kind of looks like if you were going to a lawyer for something, you could, I don't know, this person in some level could be a counterpart for you, like unbeknownst to you. Because it's also kind of coming in like this counterpart. Could be a potential business partner, could be a potential romantic partner, maybe both. Let's see, this Ace of Wands is the energy out there that you're unaware of. So let's see how this is going to grow and expand for you. Although it already feels like it's come through pretty clearly. The Ace of Wands for Capricorn. The Ace of Wands for Capricorn. Oh, wow. The Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. You are going to have, you're going to, like, look at her face. She's almost surprised. Holy crap, look what I made out of that little painting. Like, holy crap. I mean, this looks like really sitting pretty here. With the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. This is sitting like, this is serious, I do want to say on some level, like some sort of not financial, but physical abundance in your life. This could be people that like, things that give to you on a physical level in your life and create stability, profitability. And the Ace of Swords, like even more clarity, more ideas. That's why, this is so key here. That it's not about what the world has to offer you, but it's what you can give to the world is huge. Something big here. So what is it that you can give to the world, Capricorn? Let's clarify that. What is this Knight of Pentacles for Capricorn? Wow. The Three of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the King of Wands. Like whatever you're going to do, it's going to heal. It's going to strengthen. It will create, with the Three of Swords and the Ten of Swords, it would take energy that is just like defeated and heartbroken, sad and lost and hopeless. This is almost hopeless energy when they come out together like this. But to rebuild it so immediately into the King of Wands, like very, very strong. And even within you. So if there's things that, you know, you've experienced that have done this, because you're showing up with this Ace of Wands and the Page of Wands and the Three of Wands and the Two of Wands. Well, here, how about like really solidifying that into something very much more permanent and very stable and strong as the King of Wands. So owning really whatever this is that you end up creating. But I do feel like it's offering something to the world. So no, not only do you transform energy from this into this for yourself, but to do that for others somehow. I'm just going to draw one card on the Power here and see if there's anything. This Power card for Capricorn, the Power card for Capricorn. Temperance and the King of Cups. It's interesting that you would get Temperance because that's Sagittarius energy. And I said, it almost feels like an energetic or synchronistic link between that reading and here. Like how the energy moves forward more. The King of Cups, his cup looks empty. That's the weird thing here. There's really not a lot of cups except the Page of Cups in this reading. There's a lot of wands. There's a lot of fire sitting behind, I think, a lot of people right now. Like when there's been a compression, which is sort of happened with the pandemic, there's been like this compression. There has to be a correction in energy. There always is. Energy is always trying to correct and negotiate itself. So then there is almost like you can feel it, like this explosion of fire and desire and passion and movement and creativity and expression to come out. But now your power is about cups. So Temperance, as you can see, they're pouring like liquid from one cup to another, alchemizing feelings and emotions. The King of Cups is known for not showing any feeling or emotion. They can have an awful lot. They can have an awful lot of deep feeling and emotion, but there's nothing in it. So you might be dealing with someone who's not like giving anything back. And that kind of came through in what we read with that card itself. So you have to see how that suits, how that plays out for you, or try to be aware of it. That someone may not be giving anything back in a connection with you. You have Judgment at the bottom. Judgment, the High Priestess, and the Page of Pentacles. There's something going on that you don't know about yet. Like something is about to be reborn. A choice is to be made. About a new start, a communication. Boy, that seemed like a lot with my long talk with you, and this is like so much coming through in these cards. It was almost hard to keep up with it. It really is sometimes. But wow. So what I'm going to do, Capricorn, is I've got 2 other decks, and I'm going to continue to build off in the extended. Did I say there's an extended? So bad at promoting myself. If you're still here, there's an extended at the end of this. The link is at the top of the description. I remember saying all that. I'm going to continue just to pull off. So the potential outcome for you, I'm going to continue with a new deck to continue to pull forward. And for the advice card, right? Like you had the Queen of Swords for advice and the Knight of Pentacles for potential outcome. I'm going to continue to pull off to see what other information we can get in this reading. And I don't know where I'm going to see you next time. So it could be here. It could be over there. I don't know. But I'll let you know when I start the reading. Well, if it's like this, if the picture's behind me, I'm like, oh, yeah, she's still there. I don't know. I don't know that I can get all the way back to you before I move. Who knows? I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to go do the extended. Thank you so much, Capricorn. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.